Hello, dear friends. This is Morten from Inkish. I have a super pleasure talking to my good friend Kevin from manroland in the US. And in this particular moment, I'm even more happy because Kevin, from today you are the CEO of manroland America, right? Congratulations and welcome on Inkish.
Thank you, Morton. I really appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to talk with you.
Likewise, I mean, we had the pleasure of visiting a few of your customers already, and it's you can always say that when you talk about the 4, 5 big manufacturers of offset machines, manroland used to be maybe one of the biggest suppliers in the world, and then and then the entire world changed, and then you got involved with Langley, and it seems that you're on the right way of at least. Finding a right formula both in the products and the production, distribution, marketing, everything. So, how is it for you to become, let's say, CEO of a company where you need to? I guess that you need to fight for every order, right?
Well, I guess you could say that in any part of the printing industry, right? I mean, it's equipment sales is always a pretty big challenge.
Mm,
Let's put it that way.
mm,
I mean, you're asking for a large output of cash, and during times like today, it's not easy to take a look at your interest rates and say, "Hey, do I want to put out
mm,
X amount of millions of dollars for a new piece of equipment? Do I want to nurse our equipment along for a little bit longer?"
mm,
But um, no, it's an excellent opportunity being at manroland. I've spent quite a few years owning manroland equipment
mhm.
with the companies I've worked at. So, you know, it's exciting.
Yeah. So one of the things that I said before we turned on the recording here online was also that I really think it's great that manroland has chosen to. I was about to say continue what you already started, having management that are. Basically have inks in your veins, right? And I know it blinks because you have messages, because I know it's new, so you're probably being messaged by everybody, right?
Yeah, trying to keep it off, but they just keep coming at me.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No, so how is it for you? I mean, with your background in print and your, I mean, I mean, what will people see with you as a CEO in the US?
well, I think the difference with me is for 41 years now, I've worked in the printing industry, actually within the companies that I'm trying to sell equipment to. So, I bring the expertise, the feelings of what they're going through, and be able to help guide them in some of the better decisions. It's not just about, hey, I have a piece of equipment. This is an emotional purchase for
Mm,
people,
mm,
and I comprehend it and I help guide them through the path of where it would be good. Or if I don't feel it'll be good, I have no problem
mm.
talking to the individual.
Is that something that you feel is differentiating you and manroland from your competition?
Um, I would say yes. As you know, there's very few folks out there that come from the industry and go into the sales, right? It's usually you're born into sales and it's in your blood, and then you end up growing into a CEO or president role. For me, I was in manufacturing
Mm,
my whole life,
mm.
and just this past 4 years is when I got into sales and took it seriously. So as I look out there and I consult with our customers, they do appreciate, the candid conversations
Mm.
that we have.
And I mean, because I mean, when I meet you, we have been with a few printing companies together, as I mentioned in the beginning. It seems very much that you're also. I mean, it's a professional relationship, but it also seems that you involve yourself on a personal level, and I guess that gives you a lot of advantages because when you, as you say, it's a high capex investment you have, and basically you need to trust that the investment is done right. I mean, how big a role does that play when you visit an American printing company that you have those personal relationships?
It plays a very large role. There's been a few customers that I've sold equipment to that have truly appreciated the discussions that we've had as to what things can or cannot do and where it can cause problems within the company, or what other equipment is out there that may help them
Mm,
other than just looking at a printing press.
Mm.
And they've all been very appreciative. Nobody has rejected free consulting,
Mm.
I would say.
And Kevin, I can't help think about, because I mean, as you say that you have been involved with customers for many years. In your new role as CEO, will you be a playing coach, or will you be sitting in your office with Excel spreadsheets, or?
Well, so I don't sit very well. So I will be on the road probably 80% of the time.
Mm.
And that's where I'm happiest, right? Being out there talking with the folks, helping them out, being there for whatever questions they may have. So, no, I'm not a sit at the spreadsheet kind of area. That's what a CFO can do.
Mm. Fantastic. How long time have you known that you were going to be in this position?
So, Sean Springett, who was my mentor and a wonderful individual to work for,
Mm-hmm.
had known he was moving on eventually for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
So he has been grooming me for the past few years to become this. And, you know, we've spent a ton of time together going to customers, understanding how he does business, how the equipment sales works, and how the whole business has worked. So I would say the past couple of years,
Okay.
we knew that this was going to eventually
Okay.
happen.
That must be interesting, because I mean, often if you get a new position, and maybe especially as CEO, it can be something that you're thrown into with a relatively short notice. But I mean, as you say, being groomed for the task. I mean, you have visited a lot of customers. You have in your back head known all the time that, okay, this is a learning process for getting into to basically stepping up and take the responsibility of the company. What are the potentials in your mind? I mean, can you grow the American market for manroland, or is it more a sustaining business, or how do you see that?
So obviously, it would be growth, and we've struggled over the past few years. We had this little thing called COVID happening. I'm not sure if you
Oh,
remember
you
it.
too. Okay. Hmm.
So it kind of interrupted a lot of our business and opportunities to get into customers. Now we see it's opening up a little bit, and we just need to get our marketing groove on and get our sales team out there to be able to again be in front of the customer to inform them of all the products and abilities that we have.
Hmm. And if you look at the lineup of products that manroland has right now, I mean, you had both the 700 and the 900 series. Um, are you focusing on, let's say, particular packaging or particular commercial, or you're still like a supplier that can deliver for all types of print?
So we definitely deliver for all types of print. Packaging has been the big, burst in business as of recent, especially in the 900 series presses.
Mm.
We've noticed that is just a growing market. People want to get more work out, double the work that you can get out of a 700 at high speed. And, you know, as we move on with that type of a platform, we're definitely going to be altering it with new technology. We've got some exciting things that we're working on today. Um, Unfortunately, they won't be out for Drupa, but they will be out soon thereafterwards, and we'll be excited to show everybody.
Mm.
I'm sure more you will be involved in that.
I hope so, at least, right? With the lineup again, I mean, because as I mentioned in the beginning, I think that all the offset manufacturers. I don't know if you're fighting for your job, but I'm saying that unfortunately, it seems that there's a, how should I get out of this stupid phrasing here? I was just about to say that the commercial print seems to be declining a little bit, or maybe depending on what types of commercial print you do, and packaging seems to be growing, or at least a stable growing market. So there is a healthy competition between the, let's say, the 4 or 5 players in the market. When you look at the evolution. 700 and 900 series, how do you see them compared to your competition? Is it better offerings, or is it better technology, or what is the main KPIs for choosing manroland as a supplier today?
So it's very interesting. There's a lot of very good suppliers out there, right? And the three German suppliers have always been, very competitive between each other. technology-wise and pricing and everything. I feel that manroland, and I felt this, which is why I joined manroland 4 years ago, is that it has been a leader in technology
Mm-hmm.
for a long time, and takes a lot of time to make sure that when they do get it, they get it right, and it's a very strong offering.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that, like I said, they're all good, but manroland really can perfect some high-end technology, and when they do it, they do a great job.
So part of the work is basically to also keep. Um, when we start talking about the relationship, is basically letting the market have comfort in manroland as a supplier that is here to stay. And I think that Langley and the diverse of, let's say, both on the chemical side with Jokumi and the manufacturing in Germany, and I mean all the, let's say, complementary services and products that is within the Langley group is probably something that helps giving comfort in manroland in the market, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Actually, because we've packaged everything up so neatly, excluding post press type equipment, I
Mm.
think we've stayed in our lane. We're printing press manufacturers that have chemistry and stuff that supports our
Mm.
presses. Outside of that, if you venture off into too many areas, you could be burning up cash and not really concentrating on what we do the best.
Mm. Last year, manroland globally had a slightly negative result, and it also forced a reorganization. I think you laid off like 900 people. I guess that is, of course, something that is sad for the people that are involved by it, but I guess also that it positions manroland cost-wise as being a more efficient and let's say a smoother engine if you can deliver, of course, right?
Right, right. And, fortunately, our production facilities are manufacturing away very well. We're busy, which is good. We're not on any short time. So that's a
Are you
positive
referring to
factor.
anybody in particular, or?
Nobody in particular, but we're doing well, and it's exciting to see the order intake,
Mm,
and it's across the board.
mm,
It's not just on the one platform of the 700s
mm,
or the 900s, but you even start to look at the XXLs, which are starting to age out in the marketplace, right? And so we're going to see more of those come in.
mm. So a mix of replacing competitors with replacing existing current customers with newer technology, is that the secret sauce for the success in North America, or not so
So
secret sauce?
not, maybe not so secret source.
Mm,
It's always difficult to go into a competitor
mm,
and try to convince them
mm,
unless they've had a difficult time with, the competitor's press.
mm,
But we have had some great opportunities as of recent where we have displaced the normal producer of the
mm,
presses, and our equipment's run very well in there and made them, excited about getting other. And
mm,
so there's been resell
mm.
into the same companies.
Oh, and I guess that's always like where you really, let's say, prove that the technology and the business models and the pricing is aligned with the needs in the market, right?
Yeah, and it's not only that, Morton, but it's really service,
Mm,
right? So we have to be service oriented. Things happen,
mm,
presses go down, and you have to be there for the customer
mm,
because it's a lot of money,
mm.
right? It's not the cost of the press being down, but it's the cost of the lost sales.
Yeah.
And that's where I think manroland really executes well, is we react quickly
Mm.
because we care.
Fantastic. Kevin, I know you're busy, so last few questions here. When you announced today that you are the new, yesterday that you announced that you were the new CEO of manroland in North America, how has your schedule looked the past days? Are you traveling and visiting customers, or are you just taking calls? Because I knew I had to pressure you a little bit for an interview today, right?
You know what, Morton? It's for you. I do anything, but yeah. So it seems as though from our 3 o'clock conversation, after that, I'll be traveling for the next month, pretty much constant.
Mm.
I might even reintroduce myself to my wife in a month.
Okay, it sounds like me, but I'm not here because I've been doing Drupal, but you're there because you now became the CEO. I'm just wondering if I should swap with you because I mean, being a CEO of a big offset manufacturer, that sounds like hard work, but it also sounds like a challenge that could be interesting, of course, right?
No, you're always welcome to come, Morton.
Fantastic.
I don't know about swapping. You got a hard job, so.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Kevin, again, warm congratulations, and I look very much forward to see you. We have a few jobs together in August where we hopefully will see each other. Otherwise, I will make some films about happy customers that have invested in manroland equipment. So that would just be super for us, and of course, I hope to see you. But all the best, and next month on the road. Wow, great! All over America, right?
That's right. But I will definitely be seeing you at the 2 sites.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. And there will be more coming soon.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir, and all the best.
Thank you, Morton. Appreciate it.